Bears fans, your team has officially been eliminated from the playoffs. Oops, sorry. I used an old tape to record this video. Hang on, let's just fast forward to the Week 2 NFL game picks. Up first, Vikings at Eagles. I used a paper football to randomly determine the winner of each contest. And somehow the cup was not punctured on that attempt, so I had to reset, and I got it that time. The paper football said the winner would be the Vikings. Seems fraudulent. My Packers are at the Falcons in Week 2. Here is how I prepare the helmets. First, they're covered in aluminum foil, shuffled, then placed in the cups. Both of these teams coming off Week 1 victories, and the paper football said the Falcons would beat the Packers. Come on, get real. Remember, when it comes to these predictions, I don't pick them, I just flick them. Raiders at Bills. Upon further examination, and much to my surprise, there was no puncture on this cup. Absolutely unbelievable. It just keeps happening, like Josh Allen throwing interceptions on Monday Night Football. But enough living in the past. In Week 2, the paper football said the Bills will win. Next is an AFC North showdown. Maybe the Bengals will actually score a touchdown in this game, and it might not matter if they do because the paper football said the Ravens were going to win this one. I believe it. Next, Detroit hosts a team that effectively eliminated their playoff hopes last season. The paper football said they would not get their revenge. Next up was Chargers at Titans. Both squads lost very close games in very different ways in Week 1. The paper football says that the Titans would take this one. The now Jordan Love-owned Bears are on the road to the upstart Buccaneers. And the paper football must not have watched many games in Week 1 because it said the Bears would win in Week 2. Pretty rough outing for the paper football overall in Week 1 picks, not gonna lie. Chiefs at Jaguars. The Chris Jones holdout has ended, but it won't make a difference. The champs will fall to 0-2 according to the paper football. Colts at Texans, an AFC South showdown. Really thought the Colts were gonna pull off the upset last week, but this week they'll get the win. Now on to an all of a sudden intriguing matchup in the NFC West. Niners at Rams. Both teams with big dubs in Week 1. The paper football said the Niners would advance to 2-0, and as far as what's going on with the camera,
sorry, I don't know what's happening.
Speaking of not knowing what's happening, the Giants are going to try to get right in a game against the Cardinals. The paper football said they won't. The NFL team that is completely screwed is... dang it, I promise I'll get a new tape to record next week's video. The Jets had a crazy win while losing Aaron Rodgers, but will Dallas make it back-to-back weeks of crushing New York teams? No! Seriously though, that sucks about Aaron Rodgers. Washington at Denver. I was surprised to see how much trouble the Commanders had with the Cardinals in Week 1. Denver's coming off a tough loss, and they'll get another one according to the paper football. Miami is going to bring their video game style offense to New England in Week 2. The Pats were a toe tap away from getting a potential win in Week 1. But this AFC East matchup goes to the Dolphins. In the NFC South, the Saints are on the road visiting the Panthers. To me, New Orleans still has a lot to prove after beating an underwhelming Titans team, and it looks like they'll have more to prove after this week. Browns at Steelers. Note that this one and the Saints-Panthers game is being played on Monday Night Football. Pittsburgh looked, well, very un-Steeler-like in Week 1. Will they get right against a Browns team that upset the Bengals? No!